देहभाजाम्
ज्ञातोऽसि मेद्य सुचिरान्ननु देहभाजाम्
न
ज्ञायते भगवतो गतिरित्यवद्यम् न ज्ञायते भगवतो गतिरित्यवद्यम् नान्यत्वदस्ति भगवन् अपि तन्न शुद्धम् नान्यत्वदस्ति भगवन् अपि तन्न शुद्धम् माया गुणा व्यतिकरात् यदुरुर्विभासि माया गुणा व्यतिकरात् यदुरुर्विभासि. Translation.
Lord
Lord
Brahma
Brahma
said,
said, O my Lord, today after many years of penance, I have come to know about you. Oh, how unfortunate the embodied living entities are that they are unable to know your personality. My Lord, you are the only knowable object because there is nothing supreme beyond you. If there is anything supposedly superior to you, it is not the absolute. You exist as the supreme by exhibiting the creative energy of matter. 2. रूपं यदेतदवबोधरसोदयेन रूपं यदेतदवबोधरसोदयेन शश्वन्निवृत्ततमसा सदनुग्रहाय शश्वन्निवृत्ततमसा सदनुग्रहाय आदौ गृहीतमवतारशतैकबीजम् आदौ गृहीतमवतारशतैकबीजम् यन्नाभिपद्मभुवनात् अहमाविरासम् यन्नाभिपद्मभवनात् अहमाविरासम्. Translation. The form which I see is eternally freed from material contamination and has advented to show mercy to the devotees as a manifestation of internal potency. This incarnation is the origin of many other incarnations, and I am born from the lotus flower grown from your navel home.
So what is he saying? The form which I see is eternally freed from material. Yeah, Lord's form is free from material contamination, and he is come here to show mercy. And this is incarnation, the origin of many other incarnations. Okay. And Lord Brahma is born from lotus flower. Okay. Third verse.
नातः परं परमयद्भवतः स्वरूपम् नातः परं परमयद्भवतः स्वरूपम् आनन्दमात्रमविकल्पमविद्धवर्चा आनन्दमात्रमविकल्पमविद्धवर्चा पश्यामि विश्वसृजमेकमविश्वमात्मन् पश्यामि विश्वसृजमेकमविश्वमात्मन् भूतेन्द्रियात्मकमदस्त उपाश्रितोऽस्मि भूतेन्द्रियात्मकमदस्त उपाश्रितोऽस्मि. Translation. O my Lord, I do not see a form superior to your present form of eternal bliss and knowledge. In your impersonal Brahman efforts in the spiritual sky, there is no occasional change and no deterioration of internal potency. I surrender unto you because, whereas I am proud of my material body and senses, your Lordship is the cause of the cosmic manifestation, and yet you are untouched by matter.
So Lord is superior, therefore Brahma says, I want to surrender unto you.
Verse 4. तद्वा इदं भुवनमङ्गलमङ्गलाय तद्वा इदं भुवनमङ्गलमङ्गलाय ध्याने स्मनोदर्शितं त उपासकानां ध्याने स्मनोदर्शितं त उपासकानां तस्मै नमो भगवते नु विधेम तुभ्यं तस्मै नमो भगवते नु विधेम तुभ्यं यो नादृतो नरकभाग्भिरसत्प्रसङ्गैः यो नादृतो नरकभाग्भिरसत्प्रसङ्गैः.
Translation. This present
form or any transcendental form expanded by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna,
Sri Jagannath,
is equally auspicious for all the universes. Since you have manifested this eternal personal form upon whom your devotees meditate, I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you. those who are destined to be dispatched to the path of hell, neglect your personal form because of speculating on material topics.
Yes, so what is he saying? Brahmaji is saying is this present form of the Lord is equally auspicious. And Lord has manifested his eternal personal form upon whom the devotees meditate. So here Brahmaji is again offering his respectful obeisance and saying whoever neglects his personal form is definitely going to hell. So we also convey our humble obeisances to Honor Sundari Mataji. Now we continue with verse 5. This reading of this is going to fulfill all our desires. So we are reading it for the pleasure of Lord Jagannath at Rajapur, text number 5.
ये तु त्वदीय चरणाम्बुजकोशगन्धम् ये तु त्वदीय चरणाम्बुजकोशगन्धम् जिघ्रन्ति कर्णविवरैः श्रुतिवातनीतम् जिघ्रन्ति कर्णविवरैः श्रुतिवातनीतम् भक्त्या गृहीतचरणः परया च तेषाम् भक्त्या गृहीतचरणः परया च तेषां नापैसि नाथ हृदयाम्बुरुहात् स्वपुंसां नापैसि नाथ हृदयाम्बुरुहात् स्वपुंसाम्. Translation. O my Lord, persons who smell the aroma of your lotus feet, carried by the air of Vedic sound through the holes of the ears, accept your devotional service. For them you are never separated from the lotus of their hearts.
This is talking about the devotees. Devotees are never separated from the Lord. Text 6.
तावद्भयं द्रविणदेह सुहृन्निमित्तं तावद्भयं द्रविणदेह सुहृन्निमित्तं शोकः स्पृहा विपुलश्च लोभः शोकः स्पृहा परिभवो विपुलश्च लोभः तावन्ममेति असद् अवग्रह आर्तिमूलम् तावन्ममेति असद् अवग्रह आर्तिमूलम् यावन्न तेङ्घ्रिमभयं प्रवृणीत लोकः यावन्न तेङ्घ्रिमभयं प्रवृणीत लोकः.
Translation. O my Lord, the people of the world are embarrassed by
all material anxieties. They are always afraid. Oh my Lord, the people of the world are embarrassed by all material anxieties.
They are always afraid.
They're always afraid. They always try to protect wealth, body, friends. They are filled with lamentation and unlawful desires and paraphernalia. And they avariciously base their undertakings on perishable conceptions of my and mine. As long as they do not take shelter of your safe lotus feet, they are full of such anxieties.
Verse 7.
दैवेन ते हतधियो भवतः प्रसंगात् दैवेन हे हतधियो भवतः प्रसंगात् दैवेन ते हतधियो भवतः प्रसंगात् सर्वाशुभोपशमनात् सर्वाशुभोपशमनात् विमुखेन्द्रियाये सर्वाशुभोपशमनात् विमुखेन्द्रियाये सर्वाशुभोपशमनात् विमुखेन्द्रियाये कुर्वन्ति कामसुकलेशलवाय दीना कुर्वन्ति कामसुकलेशलवाय दीना लोभाभिभूतमनसो कुशलानि शश्वत् लोभाभिभूतमनसो कुशलानि शश्वत्.
Translation.
O my Lord, persons who are bereft of all auspicious performances of chanting and hearing about your transcendental activities are certainly unfortunate and are also bereft of good sense. They engage in inauspicious activities, enjoying sense gratification for a very little while. O my Lord, persons who are bereft of all auspicious performances of chanting and hearing about your transcendental activities are certainly unfortunate and are also bereft of good sense. They engage in inauspicious activities, enjoying sense gratification for a very little while.
So it is clearly saying that People who don't chant the holy names or hear about the Lord, they are unfortunate. They are losers. Now, next verse, number
8.
8.
श्रुतृत्रिधातुभिरिमा मुहुरर्ध्यमानः श्रुतृत्रिधातुभिरिमा मुहुरर्ध्यमानः श्रुतृत्रिधातुभिरिमा मुहुरर्ध्यमानः श्रुतृत्रिधातुभिरिमा मुहुरर्ध्यमानः शीतोष्णवातवर्षैरितरेतरच्च शीतोष्णवातवर्षैरितरेतराच्च कामाग्निनाच्युतरुषा च सुदुर्भरेण कामाग्निनाच्युतरुषा च सुदुर्भरेण कामाग्निनाच्युतरुषा च सुदुर्भरेण सम्पश्यतो मन उरुक्रमसीदते मे सम्पश्यतो मन उरुक्रमसीदते मे.
Translation.
O great actor, my Lord, all these poor creatures are constantly perplexed by hunger, thirst, severe cold, secretion of bile,
Attacked by, please, there
attacked
is
by
no clarity why I want to read it. Seems. O great actor, my Lord, all
these poor creatures are constantly perplexed by hunger, thirst, severe cold, secretion and bile, attacked by coughing winter, blasting summer, rains, and many other disturbing elements, and overwhelmed by strong sex urges, indefatigable hunger, anger. I take pity on them, and I am very much aggrieved for them.
I think he wants the link here. Is it possible now to give a link for those who your link facility is also not to be seen now? Link is now not possible. Prabhuji, you will have to open Veda base and you can go to Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, chapter 9. Now we are reading verse 9. If you will open it, then you will be able to read it. If you are not able to read here, then you will have to open it yourself. I am trying to hold it straight, maybe you will be able to read. See, now let us read the verse 9.
यावत् पृथक्त्वमिदमात्मन इन्द्रियार्था यावत् पृथक्त्वमिदमात्मन इन्द्रियार्था मायाबलं भगवतो जन ईश पश्येत् मायाबलं भगवतो जन ईश पश्येत् तावन्न संसृतिरसौ प्रतिसंक्रमेत तावन्न संसृतिरसौ प्रतिसंक्रमेत व्यर्थापि दुःखनिवहं वहति क्रियार्था व्यर्थापि दुःखनिवहं वहति क्रियार्था.
This way, if you wanted to read this verse, previous verse, we can read it once more for you if you want. These two verses. Shutrit, previous, just previous.
क्षुत्रिधातुभिरिमा मुहुरर्ध्यमाना त्रिधातुभिरिमा मुहुरर्ध्यमाना त्रिधातुरिमा मुहुरर्ध्यमाना शीतोष्णवातवर्षैरितरेतराच्च शीतोष्णवातवर्षैरितरेतराच्च कामाग्निनाच्युतरुषा च सुदुर्भरेण कामाग्निनाच्युतरुषा च सुदुर्भरेण सम्पश्यतो मन उरुक्रमसीदते मे सम्पश्यतो मन उरुक्रमसीदते मे.
This was the verse. You said it was not clear, so we read it again for you. Now the next verse, we again to maintain the sequence, we are reading.
यावत् पृथक्त्वमिदमात्मन इन्द्रियार्था यावत् पृथक्त्वमिदमात्मन इन्द्रियार्था मायाबलं भगवतो जन ईश पश्येत् मायाबलं भगवतो जन ईश पश्येत् तावन्न संसृतिरसौ प्रतिसंक्रमेत तावन्न संसृतिरसौ प्रतिसंक्रमेत व्यर्थापि दुःखनिवहं वहति क्रियार्था व्यर्थापि दुःखनिवहं वहति क्रियार्था.
So, translation.
O my Lord, the material miseries are without factual existence for the soul. Yet, as long as the conditioned soul sees the body as meant for sense enjoyment, he cannot get out of the entanglement of material miseries, being influenced by your external energy.
So we repeat, O my Lord,
O my Lord,
material miseries
material miseries are
without
without
factual
factual
existence
existence
for the
for the
soul.
soul.
Yet
Yet,
as
as
long
long
as
as the
conditioned
conditioned
soul
soul
sees the
sees the
body
body as
as
meant
meant
for
for
sense
sense enjoyment,
enjoyment,
he
he
cannot
cannot
get
get
out
out
of
of
entanglement
entanglement
of
of
material
material
miseries,
miseries,
being
being
influenced
influenced
by
by your
your external
external
energy.
energy.
So as long as we are running after sense enjoyment, we are full of miseries. Now next verse. Ah, ah, get up.
Yes.
So we are asked to move so that we could mark. So we stand here and we will read. Here, here. Ah, that's it.
That's it.
Prasadam hall. He's telling we should go to the Prasadam hall. So let's they came up, but we will sit here for the time being. We will sit here and we will read. Okay?
Yes.
So they're reading here, and then when they ask us to move, let's text 10. Ajñaprtarth
Ahnyaprithartakarananishinishayana Ahnyaprithartakarananishinishayana Nanamanorathiya Shanabhagnanidra Nanamanorathiya Shanabhagnanidra
दैवाहतार्तरचनार्षयोऽपि देवा
दैवाहतार्तरचनार्षयोऽपि देवा युष्मत्प्रसङ्गविमुखा इह संसरन्ति युष्मत्प्रसङ्गविमुखा इह संसरन्ति
sorry
युष्मत्
Yushmat
युष्मत्प्रसङ्गविमुखा इह संसरन्ति.
Bhakti, if you keep your hand like this, it will be a support. Your hand may not shake. See?
Yeah.
You keep it
Good idea.
the base, na? Yeah. Next. Translation. Yes.
Such non-devotees engage their senses in very troublesome and extensive work, and they suffer insomnia at night because their intelligence constantly breaks their sleep with various mental speculations. They are frustrated in all their various plans by supernatural power. Even great sages, if they are against your transcendental topics, must rotate in this material world.
So yes. So now, 1 minute. I am just lifting my changing my setup. Yes. Now next we are going to read the next one. I don't know if the lighting is not so good for you, but we came to a very bright light. You don't see that brightness in the phone, but somehow. Anyway, we'll read. 11th verse. Tvam bhakti yoga
भक्तियोगपरिभावितहृत्सरोज
Tvam
त्वं
bhakti yoga
भक्तियोगपरिभावितहृत्सरोज आसेषु ते क्षितपथो ननुनाथ पुंसाम् आसेषु ते क्षितपथो ननुनाथ पुंसाम् यद्यद्धियात उरुगाय विभावयन्ति यद्यद्धियात उरुगाय विभावयन्ति तत्तद्वपु प्रणयसे सदनुग्रहाय तत्तद्वपु प्रणयसे सदनुग्रहाय.
Translation.
O my Lord,
O my Lord,
your devotees can see you through the ears by the process of bona fide hearing, and thus their hearts become cleansed, and you take your seat
You
there.
take your seat there.
You are so merciful to your devotees that you manifest yourself in the particular eternal form of transcendence in which they always think of
We
you.
repeat.
O my Lord, your devotees can see you through the ears by the process of bona fide hearing, and thus their hearts become cleansed, and you take your seat there. You are so merciful to your devotees that you manifest yourself in the particular eternal form of transcendence in which they always think of you.
Yes. Shloka part is here. First we have recited that, then we are reciting the translation. Okay? When we are reciting the shloka, we are showing the shloka. When we are reciting the translation, we are showing the translation. And if you want to see it in more details, Bala Vembu Subramanian, you can go to www.vedabase.io. There you open Srimad Bhagavatam, go to Canto 3 and go to chapter 9 and you will get these complete details. The whole thing you will get it free for your reference right now. Okay. Then the verse number 12. Now it's showing the shloka part. नाति
नाति
प्रसीदति
प्रसीदति ततोपचितोपचारैर् नाति प्रसीदति ततोपचितोपचारैर् आराधितः सुरगणैर्हृदि बद्धकामैः आराधितः सुरगणैर्हृदि बद्धकामैः यत्सर्वभूतदयया सदलभ्ययैको यत्सर्वभूतदयया यत्सर्वभूतदयया असदलै यत्सर्वभूतदयया सदल अलभ्ययैको यत्सर्वभूतदयया सदलभ्ययैको नानाजनेष्ववहित सुहृदन्तरात्मा नानाजनेष्ववहित सुहृदन्तरात्मा.
Translation.
My Lord, you are not very much satisfied by the worship of the demigods, who arrange for your worship very pompously with various paraphernalia, but who are full of material hankerings. You are situated in everyone's heart as the super soul, just to show your causeless mercy, and you are the eternal well-wisher, but you are unavailable for the non-devotee.
So here it is told that Lord is not looking for our pompous way of celebration. He is just our well-wisher, and he is very much available to the devotees and not available to non-devotees. So next verse number 13. We have total minimum 25 verses, but we are going to read the whole chapter. Pumsam ato vividha karmabhiradvaradyayr
पुंसामतो विविधकर्मभिरध्वराध्यैर् दानेन चोग्रतपसा परिचर्यया च दानेन चोग्रतपसा परिचर्यया च आराधनं भगवतस्तव सत्क्रियार्थो आराधनं भगवतस्तव सत्क्रियार्थो धर्मोऽर्पितः कर्हिचित् म्रियतेन यत्र धर्मोऽर्पितः कर्हिचित् म्रियतेन यत्र. Translation. But the pious activities of the people, such as the performance of Vedic rituals, charity, austere penances, and transcendental service, performed with a view to worship you and satisfy you by offering you the fruitive results, are also beneficial. Such acts of religion never go in vain.
So some people who are very pious, they perform different Vedic rituals, but at the end, if they say all this is Krishna Arpanamastu, if it is done with the intention of pleasing Krishna, anything like now we are reading Brahma's praise to please Krishna, please Jagannath, so then that is beneficial, says this verse. Next verse number 14.
शश्वत्स्वरूपमहसैव निपीतभेद शश्वत्स्वरूपमहसैव निपीतभेद मोहाय बोधधिषणाय नमः परस्मै मोहाय बोधधिषणाय नमः परस्मै विश्वोद्भवस्थितिलयेषु निमित्तलीला विश्वोद्भवस्थितिलयेषु निमित्तलीला रासाय ते नाम इदं चक्रमेश्वराय रासाय ते नम इदं चक्रमेश्वराय.
Translation. Let me offer my obeisances unto the Supreme Transcendence.
Let me offer my obeisances unto the Supreme Transcendence, who is eternally distinguished by his internal potency. His indistinguishable impersonal feature is realized by intelligence for self-realization. I offer my obeisances unto him who by his pastimes enjoys the creation, maintenance and dissolution of the cosmic manifestation.
So here Brahma is explaining how the Lord does many things by his internal potency. He is telling that he offers his obeisances unto the Lord who is only doing creation, maintenance and dissolution of entire cosmic manifestation. Number 15 verse.
यस्यावतारगुणकर्मविडम्बनानि यस्यावतारगुणकर्मविडम्बनानि नामानि येषु विगमे विवशा गृह्णन्ति नामानि येषु विगमे विवशा गृह्णन्ति तेनैकजन्मशमलं सहसैव हित्वा तेनैकजन्मशमलं सहसैव हित्वा संयन्ति अपवृतामृतं तम् अजं प्रपद्ये संयान्ति आपवृतामृतं तम् अजं प्रपद्ये संयान्ति आपवृतामृतं तम् अजं प्रपद्ये संयान्ति आपवृतामृतं तम् अजं प्रपद्ये. Translation. Let me take shelter of the lotus feet of him whose incarnations, qualities, and activities are mysterious imitations of worldly affairs. One who invokes his transcendental names, even unconsciously, at the time he quits this life, is certainly washed immediately of the sins of many, many births and attains him without fail.
So when does he attain him? Without fail. Let me take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord Jagannath, whose activities are mysterious. They look like imitations of worldly people, but they are not. One who invokes his transcendental names. So if we call out Jagannath's transcendental name, even unconsciously, when we end our life, is certainly, at the end of our life,
We'll be washed of our sins.
Immediately of all sins. All sins will be washed. If we are taking out the names of Lord Jagannath and washed immediately of sins of many, many births and attains him, and we will attain Lord Jagannath without fail. Number 16, verse number 16.
Yova
aham cha girishas Yova
aham cha girishascha vibhu swayam cha Yova aham cha girishascha vibhu swayam cha Stityudbhava pralaya hetava atmamulam Stityudbhava pralaya hetava atmamulam Bhitva tripadva vruddha eka uruparohas Bhitva tripadva vruddha eka uruparohas Tasmai namo bhagavate bhuvanadrumaya Tasmai namo bhagavate bhuvanadrumaya.
Translation.
Your Lordship is the prime root of the tree of the planetary systems. This tree has grown by first penetrating the material nature in three trunks, as me, Shiva, and you,
the
Almighty, for creation, maintenance, and dissolution. And we three have grown with many branches. Therefore, I offer my obeisances unto you, the tree of cosmic manifestation.
Let me try to wipe my camera. Maybe then you can get a better picture. Okay. The next verse, number 17. It's only 25 verses, and after that we are just reading to understand the chapter. So, Loko vikarma nirata kushale pramatta
Loko vikarma nirata kushale pramatta Karmani aham twadudate bhavadarchane swe Karmani aham twadudite bhavadarchane swe
Yastavadasya balavan iha jivitasam
Yastavadasya balavan iha jivitasham Sadyaschinnati animishaya
namostu tasmai
Sadyaschinnati animishaya namostu tasmai
Lastly,
Sadyaschinnati animishaya namostu tasmai.
Translation. People in general all engage in foolish acts, not in the really beneficial activities
enunciated directly by you for their guidance. As long as their tendency for foolish work remains powerful, all their plans in the struggle of our existence will be cut into pieces.
I therefore
Therefore,
offer
offer
my
my
obeisances
obeisances
unto
unto
him
him
who
who
acts as
acts as
eternal
eternal
time.
time.
See, people in general engage in foolish acts, not in the really beneficial activities. So, at that time, what happens? As long as their tendency to be foolish remains powerful, all their plans will be destroyed. See, when we are trying to do things according to our whims, our plans get destroyed. So, because He is supreme, He destroys it. So, I respectfully pay my obeisances to that all powerful person, Jagannath. That's the meaning. Next verse, number 19.
यस्माद् बिभेमि अहम्
यस्माद्बिभेम्यहमपि
अपि
द्विपरार्धधिष्ण्यम्
द्विपरार्धधिष्ण्यम् यस्माद्
यस्माद्बिभेम्यहमपि
बिभेम्यहमपि द्विपरार्धधिष्ण्यम्
once more
यस्माद् बिभेम्यहमपि द्विपरार्धधिष्ण्यम् अध्यासितः सकललोकनमस्कृतं यत् अध्यासितः सकललोकनमस्कृतं यत् तेऽपि तपो बहुसवो वरुरुत्समानस् तेऽपि तपो बहुसवो वरुरुत्समानस् तस्मै नमो भगवते धिमकाय तुभ्यं तस्मै नमो भगवते धिमकाय तुभ्यं.
Translation. Your Lordship,
Your
I
Lordship,
offer
I
my
offer my
respectful
respectful
obeisances
obeisances
unto
unto
you,
you, who are indefatigable time and the enjoyer of all sacrifices. Although I am situated in an abode which will continue to exist for a time duration of two pararthas, although I am the leader of all the other planets in the universe, and although I have undergone many years of penance for self-realization, still I offer
I offer my
my
respects
respects
unto
unto
you.
you.
So, however big we may be, however big Brahma is, he's a leader of all other planets, but still he has to bow down to the Lord because he's small in front of the Lord. Then who are we? We have to bow down. That is the understanding we should get. Next, verse number 19.
19. तिर्यन्मनुष्यविबुधादिषु जीवयोनिष् तिर्यन्मनुष्यविबुधादिषु जीवयोनिष् आत्मेच्छयात्मकृतसेतुपरिप्सयाय आत्मेच्छयात्मकृतसेतुपरिप्सयाय रेमे निरस्तविषयोऽपि अवरुद्धदेहस् रेमे निरस्तविषयोऽपि अवरुद्धदेहस् तस्मै नमो भगवते पुरुषोत्तमाय तस्मै नमो भगवते पुरुषोत्तमाय.
So, translation.
O my
O
Lord,
my Lord,
by your own will you will appear in the various species of living entities, among animals lower than human beings, as well as among the demigods.
So Lord appears among lesser than human beings as well as demigods also. He appears among animal species also to
perform your transcendental pastimes.
Why he appears? To perform transcendental pastimes.
You are not affected by material contamination. You come just to fulfill the obligations of your own principles of religion, and therefore, O Supreme Personality, I offer my obeisances unto you for manifesting such different forms.
Now, verse number 20. Verse number 20. Why is it fading? Oh my God, what happened?
Tap the screen.
Yes, verse number 20.
यो विद्ययानुपहतोऽपि दशार्धवृत्त्या यो विद्ययानुपहतोऽपि दशार्धवृत्त्या निद्रामुवाह जठरी कृतलोकयात्रा निद्रामुवाह जठरी कृतलोकयात्रा अन्तर्जले हि कशिपुस्पर्शानुकूलम् अन्तर्जले हि कशिपुस्पर्शानुकूलम् भीमोर्मिमालिनि जनस्य सुखं विवृण्वन् भीमोर्मिमालिनि जनस्य सुखं विवृण्वन्.
Translation.
My Lord, you accept the pleasure of sleeping in the water of devastation where there are violent waves, and enjoy the pleasure on the bed of the snakes, showing the happiness of your sleep to intelligent persons. At that time, all the universal planets are stationed within your abdomen.
So when there is pralaya, all the planets go into the stomach of Mahavishnu or Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. That's what he is telling. When there is pralaya, all planets are inside his stomach. 21st verse.
यन्नाभिपद्मभवनादहमासमीद्य यन्नाभिपद्मभवनादहमासमीद्य
Idya, okay?
यन्नाभिपद्मभवनादहमासमीड्य
लोकत्रय
लोकत्रयोपकरणो यदनुग्रहेण लोकत्रयोपकरणो यदनुग्रहेण तस्मै नमस्त उदरस्त भवाय योग तस्मै नमस्त उदरस्त भवाय योग निद्रावसान विकसन् नलिनेक्षणाय निद्रावसान विकसन् नलिनेक्षणाय. Translation. O object of my worship, I am born from the house of your lotus navel for the purpose of creating the universe by your mercy.
So Brahma is saying that my purpose is for creating the universe by your mercy. These planets of the universe were stationed within your transcendental abdomen. These planets
of the universe were stationed within the transcendental abdomen while you were enjoying sleep. Now your sleep having ended, your eyes are open like blossoming lotuses in the morning.
So Lord's eyes are now open. He was enjoying sleep. Now his sleep has ended. With Brahma's prayers ending, his sleep has ended. And oh my God, it's automatically turning the camera. I don't understand why. Okay. Your eyes are opening like blooming lotuses in the morning.
If you take it too close to the book, maybe it rotates.
Okay, now we go to 22nd verse. I'll hold it like this. It's 22nd verse.
सोऽयं समस्तजगतां सुहृदेक आत्मा सोऽयं समस्तजगतां सुहृदेक आत्मा सत्त्वेन यन्मृदयते भगवान् भगेन सत्त्वेन यन्मृडयते भगवान् भगेन तेनैव मे दृशमनुस्पृशताद्यथाहम् तेनैव मे दृशमनुस्पृशताद् यथाहं स्रक्ष्यामि पूर्ववदिदं प्रणता प्रियोऽसौ स्रक्ष्यामि पूर्ववदिदं प्रणता प्रियोऽसौ
स्रक्ष्यामि
पूर्ववदिदं प्रणता प्रियोऽसौ स्रक्ष्यामि पूर्ववदिदं प्रणतप्रियोऽसौ.
Good. We'll read whole verse once.
सोऽयं समस्तजगतं सुहृदेक आत्मा सत्त्वेन यन्मृडयते भगवान् भगेन तेनैव मे दृशमनुस्पृशताद्यथाहं स्रक्ष्यामि पूर्ववदिदं प्रणतप्रियोऽसौ.
Translation.
Let the Supreme Lord be merciful towards me. He is the one friend and soul of all living entities in the world, and He maintains all for their ultimate happiness. And by His six transcendental
opulences, He maintains all for everybody's ultimate happiness.
May He be merciful towards me, so that I, as before, may be empowered with the introspection to create. For I am also one of the surrendered souls
who are dear to the Lord. Brahma is saying that may He, empower me, so that may be empowered with the. So he's saying, may He be merciful towards me, so that I, as before, may be empowered. Means He has already created. Like every day He's praying these prayers, and I think He's creating. So so that I, as before, may be empowered. So He was empowered before, so maybe again I should be empowered with the introspection to create, for I am also one of the surrendered souls who are dear to the Lord. So Brahma is surrendered soul. We too have to be surrendered souls. Then 23rd verse.
येष प्रपन्नवरदो रमयात्मशक्त्या येष प्रपन्नवरदो रमयात्मशक्त्या यद्यत् करिष्यति गृहीत गुणावतार यद्यत् करिष्यति गृहीत गुणावतार तस्मिन् स्वविक्रममिदं सृजतोऽपि चेतो तस्मिन् स्वविक्रममिदं सृजतोऽपि चेतो युञ्जीत कर्मशमलं च यथा विजाह्यम् युञ्जीत कर्मशमलं च यथा युञ्जीत कर्मशमलं च यथा विजाह्याम् युञ्जीत कर्मशमलं च यथा विजह्याम्
युञ्जीत कर्मशमलं
च यथा विजह्याम्.
Translation?
The Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, is always the benefactor of the surrendered souls. His activities are always enacted through his internal potency Rama, or the goddess of fortune Rama.
I
I pray only to engage in his service in the creation of the material world, and I pray that I not be materially affected by my works. For thus I may be able to give up the false prestige of being the creator.
So he's telling he wants to do the work, but he does not want to have the false prestige of being the creator. He says, please keep me free from pride. See, Brahma is saying that Supreme Personality is always very kind to surrendered souls like Brahma, and Lord's activities are always enacted through his internal potency Rama, or goddess of fortune. And he says, I pray only to engage in service in the creation of the world, and I pray that I should not become proud, like that. He wants to create and he does not want to become proud. 24th verse, we are reaching towards the end.
नाभिहृदादिह सतोऽम्भसि यस्य पुंसो नाभिहृदादिह सतोऽम्भसि यस्य पुंसो विज्ञानशक्तिरहमासमनन्तशक्ते 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 रूपं विचित्रमिदमस्य विवृण्वतो मे रूपं विचित्रमिदमस्य विवृण्वतो मे मारीरिशिष्टनिगमस्य गिरां विसर्ग मारीरिशिष्टनिगमस्य गिरां विसर्ग.
Translation says, the
Lord's potencies are innumerable. As he lies down in the water of devastation, I am born as the total universal energy from the navel lake in which the lotus sprouts. I am now engaged in manifesting his diverse energies in the form of cosmic manifestation. I therefore pray that in the course of my material activities, I may not be deviated from the vibration of Vedic hymns.
So he's telling that he does not want to deviate from the focusing of the Lord. See, we do our duties and again we deviate. So we too should pray. Brahmaji only is praying. We too should pray that we should not become proud. We should not deviate from our duties towards the Lord. We should not deviate our consciousness away from the Lord. So now the 25th verse, the last verse of his prayers. Then we are going to continue, but
So savadabhra karuno bhagavan vivruddha So savadabhra karuno
Adabra.
So savadabhra karuno bhagavan vivruddha
Once more.
So savadabhra karuno bhagavan vivruddha Premasmitena nayanamburuham vijumban Premasmitena nayanamburuham vijrumban Utthaya vishvavijayaya chano vishadam Utthaya vishvavijayaya chano vishadam Madhavya girapanayatat Purusha Purana.
Repeat 3 times.
Madhavya girapanayatat Madhavya girapanayatat Purusha Purana Madhavya girapanayatat Purusha Purana Madhavya girapanayatat Purusha Purana.
Once more, whole words.
So savadabhra karuno bhagavan vivruddha savadabhra karuno bhagavan vivruddha Premasmitena nayanamburuham vijrumbhan Premasmitena nayanamburuham vijrumbhan उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादम् उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादम् माधव्यगीरपणयतात् पुरुषः पुराण माधव्यगीरपणयतात् पुरुषः पुराण. Translation. The Lord, who is the supreme and is the oldest of all, is unlimitedly merciful. I wish that he may smilingly bestow his benediction upon me. By opening his lotus eyes, he can uplift the entire cosmic creation and remove our dejection by kindly speaking his directions.
See, he's how nicely he's saying. Lord is the supreme and oldest of all, or Jagannath is the oldest of all, and is unlimitedly merciful. Jagannath is unlimitedly merciful. I wish that he may smilingly bestow, not seriously, smilingly bestow his benedictions upon me by opening his lotus eyes. He can uplift the entire cosmic creation, remove our dejection. So Lord can uplift entire cosmic creation and remove our dejection. So all our hopelessness, all our depression, all our negativities, Lord Jagannath can remove by kindly speaking his direction. So Brahma is begging for the directions of Lord. So we are begging for directions of Lord Jagannath of Rajapur. Thank you so much, Sarika Jojodia ji. I don't know how you are feeling it because I'm not even showing the temple, I'm just showing Bhagavatam, but I'm happy if you're feeling it's very wonderful mercy of Jagannath on you. Then the 26th verse, this tune will change now. Now the prayer of Brahma has ended, and now for the pleasure of the Lord, we are speaking what the Lord has once spoken to Brahma. And the commentary by Maitreya Rishi in between. Maitreya Uvacha.
Maitreya Uvacha.
What is the tune now?
Swasambhavam nishamyaivam.
Swasambhavam nishamyaivam.
Swasambhavam nishamyaivam. Tapo vidya samadhibihi. Tapo vidya samadhibihi.
Yavan manovachastutva.
Yavan manovachastutva. Virarama sakhinnavat.
So now you should know the meanings. So that's why we are reading what happens afterwards. Only this one chapter will complete. The sage Maitreya said,
O Vidura, after observing the source of his appearance, namely the personality of Godhead Brahma, prayed for his mercy as far as his mind and words would permit him. Thus having prayed, he became silent as if tired from his activities of penance, knowledge and mental concentration.
So Brahma became tired and he became silent, as if tired. And 27 and 28 words.
Athabhipretam anvikshya Brahmano Madhusudanaha Vishanna chetasam tena kalpavyatikarambhasa lokasamsthana vijnana atmanah parikhidyatah tamaha gadhaya vacha kashmalam shamayan iva.
Yes, this is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3. I told you to go to vedabase.io. There, go to Srimad Bhagavatam, go to Canto 3 and chapter 9 and all these verses. Sarika ji, could you please give the link for them from vedabase.io? Click on the third canto and open these verses, and so that they can refer and they can reread it along with the same session. They can replay the session and read it. They'll have the same benefit. There's no problem. Now we are doing it now in front of the Lord for everybody's benefit, but you can take more benefit by reading it again and again. So sorry we could not give you the link. We forgot in the excitement, but we thought you will find it easy to refer this. Probably we are a little too fast for elderly people here, and you are not able to follow. So please forgive us, and please Sarika ji will give the link and you all can refer from there. So the translation: the Lord saw that Brahma was very anxious about the planning and construction of different planetary systems and was depressed upon seeing the devastating water. He could understand the intention of Brahma, and thus he
He
spoke in
spoke in
deep,
deep,
thoughtful
thoughtful
words,
words,
removing
removing
all
all
the
the
illusion that
illusion
had
that had
arisen.
arisen.
Yes, so see, Sarika Jajodi is given you the link. You please click on that. Actually, Sarika Jajodi is giving from Prabhupada books. If you can give, Sarika ji, if you can give from Veda base, if you click on Veda base, you will see Srimad Bhagavatam book picture. You click on Bhagavatam, then it will show you all the Bhagavatams. You click on the third canto, and in third canto you go to chapter 9. It will give you the index. Click on chapter 9, and in chapter 9 you go to this particular verse. It will show you different verses. You can show that is this one option. You can try from here, or you can go to the link which I told. Now text 29. Shri Bhagavan
भगवानुवाच
Vacha Maveda
मवेदगर्भगास्तन्द्रीं
Maveda
मवेदगर्भगास्तन्द्रीं
Maveda
भविदगर्भगास्तन्द्रीं सर्ग उद्यमम् आवह सर्ग उद्यमम् आवह तन्मया पादितं ह्यग्रे तन्मया पादितं ह्यग्रे यन्मां प्रार्थयते भवान् यन्मां प्रार्थयते भवान्.
The translation, 29th verse. The Supreme Personality of Godhead then said, O Brahma,
O depth of Vedic wisdom, be neither depressed nor anxious about the execution of creation. What you are begging from me has already been granted before.
So whatever Brahma has been begging, he said, Are that I am already giving you. Then what he says?
भूयस्त्वं तप आतिष्ठ भूयस्त्वं ताप आतिष्ठ.
Very good. Sarika Jajodi, very good. That's the link I wanted. But in Srimad Bhagavatam, you should have taken them to Canto 3. They will not even know where to go to Canto 3. If you can go there to Canto 3 and open that section, chapter 9, and then give the link from there, Sarika ji, that will be great for them to understand.
भूयस्त्वं तप आतिष्ठ भूयस्त्वं तप आतिष्ठ विद्यां चैव मदाश्रयां विद्यां चैव मदाश्रयां विद्यां चैव मदाश्रयां विद्यां चैव मदाश्रयां ताभ्याम् अन्तर्हृदि ब्रह्मन् ताभ्याम् अन्तर्हृदि ब्रह्मन् लोकान् द्रक्ष्यसि अपावृतान् लोकान् द्रक्ष्यसि अपावृतान्.
Translation?
O Brahma, situate yourself in penance and meditation and follow the principles of knowledge to receive my favor.
My favor.
By these actions, you will be able to understand everything from within your heart.
So what he is telling is, you continue your chanting, you continue reading Bhagavatam, then you will continue to receive my favor. Jagannath is saying. I mean, if you want to convert it to our situation. By these actions, you will be able to understand everything from within your hearts. The Lord is going to guide us from our hearts. Lord is assuring. 31st verse.
तथात्मनि लोके च तथात्मनि लोके च भक्तियुक्तः समाहितः भक्तियुक्तः समाहितः द्रष्टासि मां ततं ब्रह्मन् द्रष्टासि मां ततं ब्रह्मन् मयि लोकां स्व आत्मनः मयि लोकां स्वमात्मनः.
Translation. O Brahma,
O Brahma, when you are absorbed in devotional service, in the course of your creative activities, you will see me in you and throughout the universe.
and you will see
And you will
that
see yourself.
you yourself, the
The universe and the living entities are all in me.
Yes, Sarika Jodi, that's correct. Third canto. Could you please go to chapter 9 and to verse number 1 and then give them the link? Could you click on chapter 9? Sarika Jodi ji, you just go to Veda base, IO, go to Srimad Bhagavatam, go to canto 3 that you did right. And inside canto 3, you just go to chapter 9 and you click on verse 1 and then give the link here, then it will be easy for them to refer. O Brahma, when you are absorbed in devotional service in the course of your creative activities, you will see me in you and throughout the universe. And you will see that you yourself, the universe and living entities are all in me. Verse 32.
यदा तु सर्वभूतेषु यदा तु सर्वभूतेषु दारुष्वग्निम् इव स्थितं दारुष्वग्निम् इव स्थितं प्रतिष्वग्निम् इव स्थितं प्रतिचक्षितमां लोको प्रतिचक्षितमां लोको प्रतिचक्षितमां लोको जह्यात्तर्हि एव
कश्मलम्
जह्यातर्ह्येव कश्मलम् जह्यातर्ह्येव कश्मलम्.
Translation:
You will see me
you will see me
in all living entities as well as all over the universe, just as fire is situated in wood. Only in that state of transcendental vision will you be able to be freed from all kinds of illusion.
Verse 33.
यदा रहितम् आत्मानं यदा रहितम् आत्मानं भूतेन्द्रियगुणाशयै भूतेन्द्रियगुणाशयैः भूतेन्द्रियगुणाशयैः स्वरूपेण मयोपेतं स्वरूपेण मयोपेतं पश्यन् स्वराज्यं मृच्छति पश्यन् स्वाराज्यमिच्छति पश्यन् स्वाराज्यं मृच्छति पश्यन् स्वाराज्यं मृच्छति पश्यन् स्वाराज्यं मृच्छति. Translation: When you are free from the conception of gross and subtle bodies, and when your senses are free from all influences of the modes of material nature, you will realize your pure form in my association. At that time you will be situated in pure consciousness.
So he is telling, see, what all will happen when you continue to do sadhana. To Brahma is saying, when you do sadhana, you will become free from that I am the body feeling, and I am the mind feeling. Then you will know that I am the soul, a servant of the Lord. So that is when all senses are free from influences of material nature's modes. That's when we realize who actually we are and what is, you will realize your pure form in my association. So constantly being in touch with the Lord, we will understand. So this is our future also, my dear friends. At that time, you will be situated in pure consciousness. So that time means right now we are all endeavoring, our consciousness is contaminated, but doing sadhana regularly will come to this stand. Yes, Sarika Jodi, yes. You went to chapter 9, very good, and chapter 9 verse 1, very good. You can, yes, that's good enough. So they have to click on text 1. If you want, you can also click on text 1 and give. Then they have to go scroll down to the bottom. There's a next button, and they have to move to the next verses. Like that, Then text 34.
Nana karma vitanena Nana karma vitanena Rajabhavi Shrikshataha Rajabhavi Shrikshataha.
राम का मिट्टी अच्छा है.
Hare Krishna.
नाना
कर्म वितानेना नाना कर्म वितानेना प्रजाभावी शुश्रूषतः प्रजाभावी शुश्रूषतः नात्मावसीदत्यस्मिंस्ते नात्मावसीदत्यस्मिंस्ते वरिष्यान्मदनुग्रहः वरिष्यान्मदनुग्रहः.
Translation:
Since you have desired to increase the population innumerably and expand your varieties of service, you shall never be deprived in this matter, because my causeless mercy upon you will always increase for all time.
So when we ask for seva, Lord assures you will always have service, because it is my causeless mercy. It will always be there all time. 35th verse.
ऋषिम् आद्यं न बध्नाति ऋषिम् आद्यं न बध्नाति ऋषिमाद्यं न बध्नाति पापीयां स्वां रजो गुणः पापीयां स्वां रजो गुणः यन्मनोमयि निर्बद्धं यन्मनोमयि निर्बद्धं प्रजा संसृजतोऽपि ते प्रजा संसृजतोऽपि ते.
Translation: You are the original Rishi. You are
the original Rishi, and because your mind is always fixed on me, even though you will be engaged in generating various progeny, the vicious, even though you will be engaged in generating various progeny, The vicious mode of passion will never encroach upon you.
Yes. Then, text 36.
ज्ञातोऽहं भवता त्वद्या ज्ञातोऽहं भवता त्वद्या ज्ञातोऽहं भवता त्वद्या दुर्विज्ञेयोऽपि देहिनां दुर्विज्ञेयोऽपि देहिनां
यन्मां त्वं मन्यसे युक्तं
यन्मां त्वं मन्यसे युक्तं यन्मां त्वं मन्यसे युक्तं भूतेन्द्रियगुणात्मभिः भूतेन्द्रियगुणात्मभिः.
Translation.
Although I am not easily knowable by the conditioned soul, you have made me today because you know that my personality is not constituted of anything material and specifically not of the five gross and three subtle elements.
So he's telling you know me because you know that I am not made of this material body. I am not like other humans. Some people say that, oh, he's also human, he died. You know, that is wrong. Krishna never dies. Somebody says, hunter threw an arrow to his toe and he died. That's nonsense. The one who says like that does not know. So that's what here Lord is saying, that although I am not easily knowable, that's why people misunderstand, because he's not easily knowable by the conditioned soul. You have known me today because you know that my personality is not constituted of anything material and specifically not of the gross five or three subtle elements. Okay. Then 37th verse.
तुभ्यं मद्विचिक्षतायां विचिक्षसायां तुभ्यं
मद्विचिकित्सायां
तुभ्यं मद्विचिकित्सायां तुभ्यं मद्विचिकित्सायां मद्विचिकित्सायाम् आत्ममे दर्शितो बहिः आत्ममे दर्शितो बहिः नालेन सलिले मूलं नालेन सलिले मूलं नालेन सलिले मूलं पुष्करस्य विचिन्वतः पुष्करस्य विचिन्वतः.
Translation. When you were contemplating whether there was a source to the stem of the lotus of your birth, and when you entered into that stem,
you could not trace out anything, but at that time I manifested my form from within.
So when we are searching for the Lord, Lord also helps. That's what happened with Brahma, says Vishnu. Text 38.
यच्चकर्थाङ्गमत्स्तोत्रम् यच्चकर्थाङ्गमत्स्तोत्रम् स्तोत्रम्
मत्कथाभ्युदयाङ्कितम्
मत्कथाभ्युदयाङ्कितम् मत्कथाभ्युदयाङ्कितम् यद्वा तपसि ते निष्ठा यद्वा तपसि ते निष्ठा स एष मदनुग्रहः स एष मदनुग्रहः.
Translation. O Brahma, the
Brahma, the
prayers
praise
that
you have chanted, praising the glories of the transcendental activities, the penances you have undertaken to understand me, and your firm faith in me, all these are to be considered my causeless mercy.
Suppose if you think that we have chanted today prayers, that is not anything ours. It is it for Brahma also. Brahma did so much tapasya. He prayed this. And what Vishnu is saying? The prayers that you have chanted, praising the glories of my transcendental activities, which we also did today, the penances you have undertaken to understand me, the penances you have taken to come out of your office hours and read this, and your firm faith in me and the faith we all have to do this, all these are to be considered my causeless mercy. All this whatever we did is only because of Krishna's mercy we got that faith. Because of Krishna's mercy we got a place to read. Because of Krishna's mercy we got a chance to read. So it is not our effort, it is Lord has blessed. Lord has been merciful to all of us to do something for him. So it's his kindness. Then after giving that kind mercy, then he is rewarding also. Then you see.
प्रीतोऽहमस्तु भद्रं ते प्रीतोऽहमस्तु भद्रं ते लोकानां विजयेच्छया लोकानां विजयेच्छया यदस्तौ शिर्गुणमयं यदस्तौ शिर्गुणमयं निर्गुणस्तौ शिर्गुणमयं यदस्तौ शिर्गुणमयं यदस्तौ शिर्गुणमयं निर्गुणं मनुवर्णयम्. निर्गुणं मानुवर्णयन् निर्गुणं मानुवर्णयन्.
Translation:
I am very much pleased by your description of me in terms of my transcendental qualities which appear mundane to the mundaners. I grant you all benefits in your desire to glorify all planets by your activities.
I am very much pleased by your description of me in terms of my transcendental qualities
Which appear mundane to the mundaners. I grant you all benedictions in your desire
to glorify all the planets by your activities. Now the verse number 40. Ya etena
य एतेन पुमान् नित्यं य एतेन पुमान् नित्यं स्तुत्वा स्तोत्रेण मां भजेत् स्तुत्वा स्तोत्रेण मां भजेत् तस्यासु सम्प्रसीदेयं तस्याशु सम्प्रसीदेयं सर्वकामवरेश्वरः सर्वकामवरेश्वरः. Any human being who prays like Brahma and who thus worships me shall very soon be blessed with the fulfillment of all his desires, for I am the Lord of all benediction.
So you see here, any human being like our Facebook viewers, us, who prays like Brahma, like this, and who thus worships me. So if you worship Lord Vishnu or Jagannath, shall very soon be blessed with the fulfillment. So very soon your blessings, Lord will be blessing you all with the fulfillment of all his desires. All your desires will be fulfilled. Lord is saying, for I am the Lord of all benedictions. Because Lord is the Lord of all benediction. Anything, any vardhan, any boon you want, Lord only can give. So but whoever reads these prayers from your heart, the Lord is going to very soon fulfill all your desires. This is a promise from the Lord, and it was true in my life. It will be true for you too. And this is my desire. I wanted to read for you. Lord, fulfill this also. Next. Putrena tapasa
Purtena Purtena tapasa yajnair Purtena tapasa yajnair Purtena tapasa yajnair Danair yoga samadhina Danair yoga samadhina Raddam nishreyasam pumsam Raddam nishreyasam pumsam Matpritistatvavinmatam Matpritistatvavinmatam.
Translation:
It is the opinion of expert transcendentalists that the ultimate goal of performing all traditional good works, penances, sacrifices, charity,
mystic
mystic
activities,
activities, trancenses, etc. is to invoke my satisfaction.
Next. I think it's the last verse.
No, two more are there.
Aham
Ahamatmatmanam
atmatmanam
Atmanam dhata Aham atmatmanam dhata Aham atmatmanam dhata Preshtah sanpreyasamapi Preshtah sanpreyasamapi Ato mairatim kuryad Ato mairatim kuryad Dehadiryat krite priyaha Dehadiryat krite priyaha.
Translation: I am the super soul of every individual.
I am the super soul of every individual. I am the supreme director and the dearest. People are wrongly attached to the gross and subtle bodies, but they should be attached to me only.
You're holding camera properly, no? But
Yes,
they can read, no?
yes.
Next.
Sarvavedamayenedam Sarvavedamayenedam Atmanatma
Atmana yonina, sorry.
Atmanatma
yonina.
Atmanatmatmayonina Atmanatmatmayonina Prajasrujayata Purvam Prajasrujayata Purvam Yaschamai Anusherate Yaschamai Anusherate Yaschamai Anusherate Yaschamai Anusherate.
Translation: by following my instructions,
you can now generate the living entities as before, by dint of your complete Vedic wisdom and the body you have directly received from me, the supreme cause of everything.
Last verse.
मैत्रेय उवाच तस्मा एवं जगत्शास्त्रे षष्ट्रे तस्मा एवं जगत्स्रष्ट्रे तस्मा एवं जगत्स्रष्ट्रे प्रधाना पुरुषेश्वरः प्रधाना पुरुषेश्वरः व्यज्येदं स्वेन रूपेण व्यज्येदं स्वेन रूपेण कञ्जानाभस्त्रिरोदधे कञ्जानाभस्त्रिरोदधे.
Translation.
The sage Maitreya said, after instructing Brahma, the creator of the universe, to expand the primeval Lord, the personality of Godhead, in his personal form as Narayana disappeared.
Yes, there Narayana disappeared, but here Narayana appeared just now. So we are going to take a darshan of the Lord, leaving our Bhagavatam here. Let us take a darshan of the Lord. That is beautiful. Oh Krishna, the Lord.
So thank you everyone for reciting Brahma's prayers. By reciting Brahma's prayers, all our desires will be fulfilled as confirmed by Lord Vishnu to Brahma. So now we close this session and we will try to give you darshan of Rajapur Jagannath. Hare Krishna. Let's offer our humble obeisances to Lord Jagannath of Rajapur.
Brahma's words. Please fulfill their desires to be so wish as per your promise. Thank you so much, dear Jagannath, for listening to our prayers. The bhakti is also showing to my viewers. Closer views. Yes. This is our Yashodamaya. Beautiful. And
Let's offer our obeisances. Hare Krishna. Rajapur lords are resting. After some time we will come live to show them. Hare Krishna.